Have you ever tried serving from a space where you feel like your cup is empty, you've got nothing left to give? Like you just try and try and try, and you've poured yourself out to the point where there is literally nothing left and you feel depleted. It's really difficult to keep on going when you're in that space. And so I created a session that allows you to not only bring awareness to what it will take to fill that cup so that you can serve from a space of being full, but also being able to serve from a space of overflow. Hello, fabulous. I hope today is treating you kindly. Today, we're going to talk about a familiar concept that people have where they feel like they're pouring from an empty cup. So, let's talk about what that means and what we can do about it. So, if this is your cup, it's pretty small and pretty modest. And, it may seem like it's empty because there's nothing in it. But the truth is, there's always something in your cup, right? Unless your cup is in a vacuum, there's always something in it. But if I'm really thirsty and all I have in this cup is, maybe some air and probably a little bit of dust, that's not going to nourish me, right? That's not going to allow me to have what I need in order to be able to do what I need to do. So, it's going to take a lot of trips to the faucet in order to get this cup full. And frankly, if my cup is this small and I'm really thirsty or I have a lot of needs, particularly in a given moment or a given day, it's going to take a lot for this cup to get full enough for me to feel sustained. And frankly, I may not have that kind of time to be able to fill my cup that many times on that many levels. So, what do you do about that? Sometimes you just need a bigger cup. And it's totally okay. Like, I know it's a little bit of a crazy concept here, but this guy is going to get the job done a heck of a lot better than this guy. If I take the time to supply myself with what I need, the good food that I need, the exercise that I need, the fresh air, the, leisure activities that support and serve my soul, the engagement with people that I love and that support me, those kinds of things are what gets to go in this cup, not just liquids, obviously. I mean, you can pour as much coffee as you want, right? But coffee's only going to get you so far. You need all of the things to sustain you in order to be able to serve from your overflow. And it's a lot easier to serve from your overflow when your needs are met. So if this guy isn't getting the job done, if the standards that you've been practicing, like the amount of time that you spend doing things that serve and support your soul, isn't enough, get a bigger cup. That's okay. Just get a bigger cup and then decide what goes in this bigger cup so that you get to serve from the excess, the overflow. It's so much easier to serve from a space when you have more than you need. So let's take a couple of minutes to fill our metaphysical cup and be able to serve from our overflow. So let's allow those eyes to close. Allow your body to settle into the surface it's resting on. And just allow yourself space to relax. Now I'd like you to visualize your cup. It could look any way you want. Experience that cup. If it's small today, that's okay. If it needs to be the size of an Olympic swimming pool or the ocean, that's okay too. Your cup gets to be whatever size and shape, color, consistency, whatever works best for you, because it's your cup. And it can change moment by moment or day by day. Whatever your needs are, they're acceptable. It's okay to have them. It's okay for them to change. It's okay for them to be greater some days than others. It's okay for your cup to be full. And now let's experience a waterfall of light pouring into that cup, just allowing it to fill with that gorgeous glowing light. And as it does so, feel yourself almost floating, light and free, with that beautiful energy, filling all the voids, filling all the spaces, allowing you to feel whole and complete allowing space for those needs to be met. Keep pouring from that beautiful waterfall of light until your cup is full. It's okay if it takes a little bit of time. There will never run out light. There will always be plenty for you. Source never runs out. You will have enough. And notice as your cup fills, it begins to spill over. But you notice that not a drop is wasted. It's caught in a basin for overflow. So no matter how much Source pours into you, the divine, whatever you choose to call it, no matter how much energy pours into you, there's always enough left over. Always enough to fill your cup overflowing. Always enough for the basin to fill so that you can serve from that basin of excess, that overflow. This is where we serve from. No one needs to take from our cup. Our cup is full. It's always full. It's perpetually full, as much as we choose it. And the overflow we can use to serve others. And because it's from the same source, it is more than sufficient to meet those needs. We can allow others to borrow from our basin when they don't remember how to fill their own cup. They can borrow from the basin, that excess, that more than enough, that overflow that we have chosen to accept from source energy that is always plentiful, always enough, always there for you, always willing to fill your cup to overflowing. Notice how that feels. If it feels a little uncomfortable, that's okay. Allow yourself permission to experience what life could be like with a full cup, being able to serve from that space of overflow, knowing that there's more than enough, not just for you, but for all who you serve. Always enough. You are always enough. Allow your cup to be full. You are worthy of serving from your overflow. Allow that lightness to fill the whole of your being until you glow with the essence of that full cup, knowing that you can take as much as you need, no matter how much that is, knowing it will always be enough for you in any moment. You will always have space to serve from your overflow. And as you begin to accept this into your being as part of your truth, you'll begin to notice changes in your behavior. You may set firmer boundaries. You may choose more things that fill your cup. You may make different choices than you've done in the past, because you feel more worthy of those choices. All is welcome. You know how best to support you and how to come from a space of having a full cup and serving from your overflow. Take a few slow, deep breaths, relishing in this opportunity to be filled, overflowing, to be served, to be loved, to be given all that you need right here in this moment. Just notice what that feels like. And if it feels aligned, notice what it could feel like to have more experiences like this. Allow yourself to just be here. full. Anything you have left over, you don't mind sharing because you have more than enough. And as you learn to serve from your overflow, those that you serve can learn to serve from their overflow, creating a cycle where all needs are met and there's more than enough for all. Let's just hold space for that possibility. Hold space for the possibility that you can have more than enough. You can be full. Where do you notice that in your body? Do you notice any resistance to that idea? It's okay if it's there. This is new. Maybe you haven't tried this before. It's okay for new things to feel a little weird, maybe a little scary, a little different. It's all okay. Be where you are. Just notice how it could feel. Engage your brilliant mind in exploring the idea of what's enough for you. What do you need to fill your cup? How can you take the time to have the experiences to allow that cup to be perpetually full? Honor yourself in those moments. You are worthy of them. You are called to serve from your overflow, the excess, the more than enough. You are worthy of all things. You are worthy of having more than enough. Any part of you that's not ready for that message yet, just allow it to be there. It's okay. Just allow space for possibility. Allow that light that fills your cup to glow within you, settling into heart center. If it feels aligned, you can place your hands over heart center, just holding that space to feel the warmth of that light, that enoughness, that sensation of having all that you need, such that you can serve from that overflow, the extra. Knowing it will always be there for you. You can always be fulfilled. You can always have enough. It will never run out. It will always be there to support you. And because of that, you can continue to support others. Take a few more deep, slow breaths. Notice again the sensations in your body. Just be aware. You don't have to change anything. Just let it be there. And when you are ready, you can begin to bring some movement into the fingers and toes. You can tilt that head from side to side as it feels aligned. And you can allow those eyes to open and come back into this space in this time. I hope that was helpful for you to just change a little bit of your perspective on what it means to serve from a space of having a full cup with as much as you need in order to be able to serve from your overflow. The concept I learned many years ago, and I promise you my life has not been the same since, and it's all been very positive for me. I would love to hear in the comments below how this experience can help you now and moving into the future. Do be gentle with yourself in the coming days and drink plenty of water. Definitely fill that cup for sure, both physically and metaphysically, with the things that you need to nurture and support you in the coming days ahead. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell to stay up to date on all my latest and greatest content. And be sure to share with those that you care about too, so that their cups can also be full. Thank you with glitter on it for spending time with me today, and I hope you have a sparkly rest of your day.